We like to watch movies. We like to get drunk. Here's a drunk at the movies. All right.
Who's ready for some drinking? I know I am. Hey!
This here's Clint.
This is Jim Bob.
And we are the Whiskey Drinkers.
That's right.
And we're here to bring you another one of them famous drunken movie reviews.
That's
I almost
right.
forgot the name of it. It's been so long since.
I know, but we've been drinking all day.
That's right.
We
And,
watched an amazing movie. But before we get into that,
before we get into that,
let me say real quick, we're going to have some beef jerky review, so make sure you check that out.
I won't be doing this video. It'll be a separate video, so make sure you watch them.
Yep, and let's address the fat
Rat
rat
room.
room. Well,
Louis back.
yeah.
Louis been away. He was abducted by the FBI because he was put in some type of what do they call that? Medical testing facility thing.
Yeah.
Because as it turns out, Louis had the Rona.
Yeah.
So
We don't say the full name because we'll get demonetized. Plus, we
Yeah.
don't want the government getting on the list.
Yeah, and we're not sure if Louis is supposed to be back.
Yeah.
But he put on a little weight.
Yeah.
Looks a little different.
Yeah. So
But he's back.
don't mind him. Don't judge him.
We think he's getting better.
You know.
All right, let's get to this movie.
Oh, yeah,
What
what movie
movies
is it?
did we see?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to ask me? Do you want me to ask you? Do you want to ask them? Well, they know it's in the title, Jim.
That's I don't know why we always make it a
Yeah,
big
we
reveal.
do make it a big thing, don't we?
Yeah, we
All right,
do.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh yeah.
25 years later, I think it's been.
Man, long time.
It's been a while.
Keanu Reeves is old as shit.
He is. And
What?
Bill's a little, what's his name? Alex Winter. He's looking a little aged too.
Might be
Little
Alex
weathered.
Winters.
What's that?
Might be Winters.
I think it says Winter. Is
It
it?
might be. I don't know. I can't remember.
Who cares? We'll throw some clips up behind us as we're talking
yeah.
about it.
So, what were you saying? Oh yeah, I was gonna say Alex Winter. He looks amazing. He looks just like Bill from the past.
He looks like older Bill.
Yeah, he looks like an older version of Bill. Keanu Reeves, and I said to him, Keanu Reeves looks like he's an old person that has a lot of money.
Yeah, he looks like Ted.
Take that for what it will. Which will.
And we were
He
discussing
looks
this more in the
plastic.
movie.
He looks plastic.
Yeah, and most of the time when we watch movies, we don't really pay attention to the movie as much as we should.
No, and we're
Too
not
busy
looking at the
about
guys
stuff.
and checking them out. We're checking out
Yeah.
the girls.
Except in this movie, because most of the girls are underage, and that's just creepy.
Yeah, we like Bill and Ted too.
Yeah, Ted looked like he was. Ted in the original was a moron.
Yeah.
Now he's an older, more sophisticated moron.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I said in the beginning, I'm like, well, maybe because of the turn of events, which we'll get to, maybe Keanu Reeves, Matrix, Keanu Reeves, Point Break. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. That one where he played the Native American guy who rode on the horse and then he jumped off.
47 Ronin.
I don't think it's that one. He jumped off the horse and he'd hop on them trains.
I really like 47.
And then he became a stunt actor. You got to check that one out. I can't. 42nd, 37th Street or something. This is a weird name. Anyways,
I don't know.
but point is, Keanu Reeves and all of his acting amazingness. I said maybe he's playing it because they're like older, right?
Yeah.
They're older
It's like
now.
25 years later.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So
they say it in a movie. I just don't pay attention enough to remember.
25 years.
he's like all of us, like me. Jim Bob, whenever I was 18 or in my 20s or something, I was so cool. But you just get older and you stop being as cool.
Yeah.
So, and there was a point. There was a point. I don't know if I should say this yet, but there's a point where he was talking about laying down the Les Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Giving it up, selling it.
Well, I guess we'll get into that
All right,
now
yeah.
because off the bat, my first things were...
We're not going to give away anything, but we're going to spoil shit.
We're going to spoil everything.
Yeah.
My first thing that bothered me was Alex Winters playing Bill was spot on. It's like he never missed a beat from that character.
That man deserves
I
it.
personally felt that Ted was a little off in the beginning. Like, Keanu Reeves had not fully engulfed his character like he used to. But Jim Bob made perfect sense of that, and I didn't think of it. Because I did tell him, I was like, in the beginning, I don't think he did it, but at the end, I feel like he came full Ted. He went full Ted.
And maybe that was because he was an older guy, and he lost it. Like I was saying, we go older, we get dumber, or we're not as cool. He was losing his cool, and then he realized he's going to lay down the guitar, all that. And then he realized, we got to save the world, we got to do this.
Yeah.
And then he turned right back into that dude. But guess what? In my eyes,
Hold on real quick. I think that's what I was getting at, was
Yeah.
Ted didn't seem like he was Ted. But it's because Ted was going through some stuff in his head, because he's Ted,
and
with demons in his head.
yep, and he's playing.
He's sell the guitar because he's had enough of life.
This isn't going to rhyme, but he's played by Keanu who Keanu is an actor of.
But he didn't really wanna.
Like Keanu's no Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I mean? No Brad Pitt. You know,
he's not a method actor.
No, or I don't think they are.
He's a typecast actor.
But those two guys are freaking amazing, right? They're like next level. Robert De Niro, you know, I don't know about these.
I think you're just saying names now.
No, Robert De Niro.
Hey, what's he have to do with it?
He's a good actor.
But he wasn't in the movie. We're talking about Bill and Ted.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I don't know.
You're off track, Jim Bob.
People know what I'm saying, but I forgot.
I bet they don't. Anyways, so the whole theory was that Ted wasn't fully going for full Ted-do because he was in a bad place in his mind and he was considering selling a guitar.
Yeah, and Keanu is a great actor, so Keanu was taking Ted through that voyage through his acting. If that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it was deeper than what I saw it.
Now,
Jim Bob saw right through it.
In retrospect, it turns out that was wrong because when we first started watching it, I was like, because he said somebody told him that Keanu, you know, like what we're talking about, Keanu ain't
full Ted.
Yeah, and so I'm watching it, and I felt like he was full Ted at first, but then as the movie went on, it just seemed like he was trying. I'm not trying to poop on him. He was trying, but he just couldn't bring it back completely.
See, I thought as the movie went on, he got more Ted-ish.
You know, some of the lines were weak, and so I don't know. That'd be a hard thing to do, man.
I don't know. We're not hating on the movie.
No.
We both thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, what like the old ones?
I'm going to complain about one more thing, and then we'll get into the story.
We'll get into the real thing we need to complain about? All right.
Yeah. The daughters. I didn't like
jeez.
I didn't like the daughters. Little girl Bill, or no, she was Ted. I don't know. Bill's daughter was all right. Because she played a kind of normal girl, really.
Yeah,
a little weird.
A little bit weird.
But Ted's daughter, I didn't like at all.
She played
a robot. She
yeah. Now,
reminded me of a robot. I didn't like it.
Well, seems to me your classical tautological causal circuit.
I don't know. Seems like textbook entanglement to me.
What I said is these girls were freaking millennials or whatever.
Man.
So these freaking any millennials that are watching us out there, I'm just kidding around. I love you guys. Hit that like button. But any millennials, these millennial girls, they're supposed to be Bill and Ted, like the version of them.
The female Bill and Ted.
But these girls in real life, the actresses. I felt like they just watched Bill and Ted like 3 times, and they're like, "Oh, I can do that. That's real easy." And I said it looks like a rip-off of Wayne and Garth.
Yeah.
You know,
I definitely agree.
I hated those girls.
Yeah, see,
every time they came on, I told them my butthole puckered up inside of me. We can say it on YouTube now, as long as we're not being hateful.
The Ted girl was Garth.
Ted girl was Garth.
Yeah, because you remember Garth's like.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the Ted girl was Garth.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed.
And the other
mash.
one was Wayne because she was more like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, way more than Bill and Ted. But
I thought so.
Those girls. I'm going to say this in a nice way because I was just going to be real mean about it. But those girls, maybe it wasn't the best role for them. You know what I mean?
They had their moments, but it should have been better. And I hate to be like this, but I really think they should have been boys.
They had their moments whenever it went to the other part when they weren't in it. That was
that's when they really shined.
That's when my butthole came out from inside of itself.
And you got to enjoy it.
And I got to relax.
Like I said, though, I hate to be like this, but I really think they should have been boys. I just really do.
And it's not a sexist thing. I hate to say this.
It's like,
but I don't care about saying it. But just women aren't funny. You know, a couple of them are, right? There are funny women out there that are hilarious, right?
Okay, that's true.
Like I'm talking about famous comedians. I'm talking about ladies I met and I've worked with, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not shitting on women in general, but
not unless they pay you.
Women aren't as funny. Like when we watched Ghostbusters. Those women were not funny. And
I really believe that that's another one where it's not the fact that it was women, it was the fact that it was those women, and it's a boys' movie. I mean,
I agree with you.
Women like the original Ghostbusters.
I think what you're trying to get down to is mainly was a terrible Ghostbusters was a bad movie.
Yeah, it was just women. A bad movie. It was not because it was women, but because it had a lot to do with the fact that they were women.
Yeah.
All right, back to Bill and Ted because we're getting way off track.
All right, so those girls. Let's stop. I can vent about them for hours and just all those repressed things about my ex-wife and just bring them out on them, but I won't.
Didn't so much care for that.
Let's move on.
All right, so the movie itself, a lot of nostalgia. It starts off with a very high note, personally for us, because of
Now be careful. We don't want to be, rolling them dice on everything that's too great. We don't, because people might want to see it and
by this time they better have seen it.
Okay,
That's what I
let's
see.
go with that. Sorry.
So
First off,
okay, so we told you, Ted wants to sell the guitar.
Yeah.
So we get the lady comes down, ends up being Rufus's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Rufus is George Carlin. Since he's deceased, he obviously can't play in the movie.
Yeah.
So they go to the future because they have to talk to like the future council or whatever like that. And they see the phone booth that they used on their previous journeys.
Sure.
They're like, oh, and who's in the phone booth? It's Rufus. George Carlin, the hologram. He's kind of like a monument thing.
We
And
love
you
George
stop-
Carlin.
Yeah, we were huge George Carlin.
He's like Tupac on the stage. Whenever they had Tupac on
Yeah.
the stage and the hologram, it was like that.
So they stop and they talk, and like George Carlin's kind of like telling them about his experience going back in time to get the great ones.
I think it was recycled footage or maybe.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
It's pretty cool though.
But it was just a nice little nod to George
Yeah.
Carlin.
It was like if,
passing.
imagine this, you love Tupac and you were at that concert where Tupac's hologram came out, same thing.
Yeah,
We were
same
sitting
thing.
here watching it on
Yeah,
TV.
so that was really cool.
Rufus.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
So, story-wise, they go to the council. The council's like, you two are dumbasses. You're supposed to write the song that's supposed to bring harmony to the world, and you failed to do so.
Yeah.
And now we're all going to die.
The world's
because of
gonna
you.
implode on itself like my butthole with those girls.
Yeah. So they have to go and they have to go create this song that
Yeah.
they never wrote, but they have to write in order to save the world.
But they're lazy.
Yeah, they're lazy.
I don't know how oh yeah, everybody's
Because they
seen it
decide they're going to steal it from themselves.
Yep.
Because in some alternate reality, they've already written a song, so they got to
Yeah.
find that reality and find them people and steal the song off themselves.
I mean, that right there could be. I feel like this is already really long.
It
That
is
right there
definitely
could be
long.
hours and hours of us talking about the time travel
It
stuff.
could. It really
but
could.
We don't want to get into it.
So, all right. So basically, it's just their misadventures. Of doing
Yeah,
that.
they're going back, which is a throwback to the other ones.
Yeah.
Because they're going back and they're finding different people.
Yeah.
Well,
Except
the
this
dog-
time they're actually going to the future.
True.
But their
Oh.
kids, their girls, are going back.
It's true. And they're doing the Bill and Ted thing.
Yeah.
And as long as whenever the girls are talking, you close your ears and you kind of squint your eyes and you think about something happy, all of that stuff's really cool because the Grim Reaper's there.
Yeah, Death is back.
They're
All the
going
original
collecting-
characters came back,
You know,
which was
like
beautiful.
Jimi Hendrix, all those people.
Oh, let's not forget about Missy.
Who's Missy?
Missy's the one that's marrying Ted's little brother Deacon.
They play on that whole
Oh
thing.
my god. In all honesty, I didn't want to talk about the movie anymore. I'm just gonna say that I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, we don't want to
It's
explain
very
it.
nostalgic.
Yeah. They did a good job with it.
Yeah. Some of the plot things I wasn't the most thrilled about.
Yeah.
Like I said, didn't like the girls, but all in all, it was a great movie. It's
yeah.
something I'll watch again.
I love this review because we just sat there and talked about random stuff for about 10 minutes, and now we're just going to give it to you.
We're just
right?
done.
All right, so yeah, I
liked
agree.
it.
I agree with you too. It was made by fans for fans.
Yes. Well, it was made by the actual people that made the other one.
Yeah.
But it was made for the fans. They listened to the fans.
Exactly. I couldn't imagine being a kid, maybe 14 or something, growing up right now, watching this, going, "What the hell's a phone booth?
Yeah, what the hell are they talking about?
What's So it doesn't really apply to like people, little whatever they call little kids nowadays.
The only thing I could say is I don't think that the fans
Yeah.
would have liked the idea of Bill and Ted having daughters.
Well, yeah.
I don't think so. I really don't. Because
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the movies,
Yeah.
and I would have rather them had sons.
See, let's get serious because I don't want to sound like a woman hater, right?
I think I was some Hollywood shit there.
I think, yeah, and why I don't like it is not because it's women. And some women are freaking hilarious. Okay, Roseanne Barr,
Yeah.
one of the funniest comedians. Right?
Not a very popular person anymore, but
Well, I don't care. I like her.
we still like her.
I think she's cool. She took a little bit too many Ambiens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so what are we talking about?
The fans wouldn't have appreciated the females.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like they're shoehorning it in.
Yeah.
The women, it's just
Yeah.
like you got people and then they put the Asian guy in there and he doesn't really need to be in there. Well, doesn't really matter. I don't know. It just
I mean,
depends.
I
It feels like
really-
this is shoehorned.
I really believe
It might be management.
might be they heard us.
Yeah.
Well, let me get this out and then we'll get out of here.
And then I want to talk about my gripe right at the end.
Okay, we're gonna make it real quick. I really believe that the original script probably didn't have them as daughters. That they were probably sons.
Yeah,
I
it
really
got
believe that.
changed.
I think that was Hollywood to change things.
Yeah, we're not
Because they
conspiracy.
have their equality.
We're not conspiracy people, but we kind of do believe that Hollywood's controlled by the elite, and they're just trying to, rich versus poor. All
I don't
that
even
stuff.
think it's that. I just think they didn't want to hear any bullshit about, you didn't put enough girls in the movie.
Yeah,
I bet that's what happened.
Well, I just feel like I don't want to talk about it because it's not the right time, but I just feel like YouTube's kind of mean against us, and people are mean because they judge us because we're rednecks.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, we'll get to your
Okay,
final
so
gripe,
my
'cause-
gripe is you guys might have seen a little bit ago, and I'm sorry if this went shitwall. I apologize. You guys might have seen the guitar video we did, and it said Bill and Ted and stuff. That was because.
You better wrap it up because it was.
All right. I know. Well, that's what this is all about. So I'm going to talk to him about this. All right. So point is, at the end, we're waiting this whole time, like we're going to be in the movie because we got an email and everything. They say there's a contest, but you guys do it, you'll definitely be in. We watched it, and it was not in there. We were not in there. I'm real mad. Phil, you sent me the damn email. I sent some back. Get back to us. But the point is, I'm going to track that down. I'm going to find the version with us in it, and we're going to put it up. And
Sounds like a good idea.
All right.
All right, well, let's get out of here before they show up. We don't want to deal with them. See you later.
Watch the movie though, if you like. If you like.
1, 2, 3, 4.